igrind.biz, hip hop on demand.
Talk to me, man.
Yo, fam, first of all, what do you know about Bob Dylan?
Bob Dylan,
I heard Bob Dylan. I heard Bob Dylan mentioned. I heard Grateful Dead. What kind of influence has music from the '60s and '70s and even right now? Like, what's on your iPod, basically?
all my shit is OG shit, old school fly shit. But yeah, I'm up on the dude. I mean, you know, number one, he definitely had a lot to do with a lot of, you know, hardcore rock music. I mean, just music in general. Like, you know, I listen to everything. I ain't just stuck on rap. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times, old school music from the early '70s and '80s kind of like influenced me to write. So, you know, when you see us flash back to certain things like that, it's only because that shit, you know what I mean, that's what I grew up with. That shit fuels me right there. Like, I might go in the studio and write some rhymes, but just got to finish listening to the Whispers or something, you know what I mean? I'm one of them niggas. I'll be in the car just cooling out, but then I'll go in there and get my energy off of shit like that, though.
Yeah. What's your intake on today's music as far as hip-hop, the level that it's on right now?
Today's music is really commercial. You know what I mean? I think everybody's leaning to be more commercialized than really just, you know, being creative. You know, and I don't knock nobody hustle. I mean, you know, eventually it's a lot of people out there that really see what dudes do and like it. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna front. I like the shit I hear, but when it's time for albums, it's like I feel like, you know, dudes don't put that much emphasis into their work. So, you know, it's a lot of kids now that love hip hop. You know what I mean? So it's a new generation coming to the table, and you know they like that type of music. And at the end of the day, yo, I salute everybody. You know what I mean? But I just don't feel like everybody tries to make a body of work and make it significant to what they want to do. It's like, you know, you give a nigga 1 or 2 records and then he out of there. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't heard a really great album in a while since my man Kanye West shit. And I ain't saying that because he popping. I'm just saying, as far as his creativity, as far as moving ahead, like, he's really been, you know what I mean, keeping it moving, though. A lot of other cats is like, your videos is hot, but you listen to the album, you get tired after the 3rd joint. Like, you don't really want to hear too much. But you respect their videos. You respect what they're doing, you know what I mean? But that's just my opinion.
How was it working with Kanye West?
Oh,
I heard
Kanye?
he was a scientist in the studio.
Suit on and all that, you know what I mean? Tuxedos on and all that shit. And it's like, he's a good dude, you know what I mean? He's a good dude.
What do you call that shit?
They was clean as hell in there, you know what I mean? And you know, like I said, overall, he's a good artist. You know, he respects hip hop, and you know what I mean? He's creative.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about him. It's like, you know, he goes in there, he challenges himself. You know, we already know that a lot of the music that he was dealing with, you know what I mean? He'll tell you in a minute, yo, I'm influenced by cats like yourself, the Wu, you know what I mean? And that makes me feel good, because it's like, at the end of the day, at least he's trying to do something different. You know what I mean? Me, personally, I get tired of hearing the same shit come out of everybody's mouth, as far as, it's like you almost could read what a person going to say. You know what I mean? But he definitely was one that stood out this year. I was definitely one of the brothers that had an opportunity to listen to it ahead of time, and I co-signed it. When they asked me, they was like, yo, how you feel about it? I'm like, honestly, that shit is hard. I like it. And, you know, he did his thing, though. So, shout out, Ye. We're going to be working soon.
What's your favorite track on this album?
Huh?
What's your favorite track?
What's my favorite joint? I don't even really look at one joint, because, you know what I mean? I like that Estelle joint. You know what I mean? Chop Chop Ninja. You know what I mean? That's one of my favorites. Raheem Devine from the Hills. With me and Meth, when Raheem Devine's had the Curtis Mayfield voice. You know what I mean? I like that. I like the Shaolin versus Wu-Tang. A lot of joints just fuck with me every now and then. You know what I mean? It depends what kind of system I'm in front of. Because I like to listen to my shit loud. So joints, they fuck with me every now and then. Different songs. I like the Black Thought. The Black Thought last joint on the album, I felt like it fitted to be the last joint. And he just took me out of here with it. You know what I mean? Definitely one of my favorites.
To the right.